Hello YouTubes. Just on land here, exploring this relatively uninhabited little bit of islands here. Aside from a few signs telling you not to camp here, it's basically untouched from human hands. So yeah, just a quick little explore video. Basically just walking around the shoreline here. Once I make my way around, I'll be back, on the opposite side of this little kind of foresty area here, and that's where my boat is at. Yeah, I've just basically followed this coastline here thus far. Very pretty rocks, whatever sorts of minerals and such are in them. Got a kind of a nice pink color to them. And we've got a few more smaller fellers out there. No idea. The big one there is Cortez Island. Pretty sure of that. As far as any of these small guys, not a clue. So I'll just go for a wee walk here. There's probably not a whole lot to see. Here's some said pretty rock, pink colors. Stand out nicely right here where they are. Would be interesting to know a bit more about geology. Hard to tell what hasn't been hijacked, so I don't tend to even bother looking into such things. Karen B actually does quite a bit on rocks and what do you call those, crystals and such on her channel, if you want to look that up. Really the only reference I have off the top of my head. We've got a lot of birds kind of singing in the trees here. There's the odd eagle that hangs out overhead. But really, aside from the fishies, there was quite a few fishies hanging out at my boat. Not a whole lot of wildlife has been spotted here. Nothing out of the ordinary anyways. Yeah, just some kind of gorgeous untouched earth here. And I'm the only boat anchored within miles. I guess there's a fishing boat there if you can see that. But I kind of have these little islands to myself as it is at the current moment. It is a weekday, and it is I think it's weekday. It's Wednesday maybe? Don't know for sure. Maybe it's Tuesday. That sounds better. Anywho, yeah, so it's a weekday and it's early in the season-ish, I guess. Still getting pretty cold at night. Last night it rained quite a bit. There was, I would say, well, definitely an inch of rainwater in my dinghy overnight. So the temperature dropped down to about 4 degrees overnight. So definitely not summer yet. But substantially warmer than it was, not long ago. So, not much more to say here. I'll just kind of film as I go if anything is intriguing. Here's a little game I've learned to play. These wee boys are about to go bananas when they see my shadow. Guys disappear as well. Not sure exactly what they are. Fishies or whatever else they may be, but they're gonna grow up to be something anyways, obviously. That's some weird, those would be dead mosquitoes, I would say. But yeah, these little tadpoles, I guess they're called. Quite a few of them. They definitely hide very quickly from, predators, obviously. Well, here we have really the first predicament I've come to where I basically can't easily continue along the shoreline. I'm right there. I've made it all the way around the island at this point, but it looks like this is my best bet for upping. So yeah, I just thought I'd share that wee little predicament I found myself in. Obviously I could turn around, but there's no fun in that, so up there to be. We'll just cut over here to Cortez Bay for a minute for story time before we get over back to breakfast, and then we'll return back to Cortez Bay here. Anyway, so that spot I was just discussing or talking about climbing up there, actually I only made it about halfway up that spot. If you look back, you'll notice that as you get towards the top there, it was probably, 15 feet high maybe, something like that. I mean, it wasn't anything like overly treacherous or anything like that. It was fairly steep. Anyways, once I got to the top, it was all moss covered and fairly moist. I just didn't really feel like risking my feet and or hands slipping on the kind of wet mossy rock area there, so I did double back, I don't know, maybe 50 feet or so until I found a less risky area to climb up. So and here's just a quick gander at my breakfast this morning. I'm gonna call it kind of an earthy root hash with over easy egg. Beets, mushroom, carrots, onion, egg, obviously. So yeah, just guess since I do enjoy cooking, I'll start to share some of that with y'all. So I noticed this boat washed up from my boat, and I thought I'd come have a gander at it. Definitely always makes me sad when I see a full keel boat in such disarray. I would certainly enjoy sailing this vessel. It is kind of small though, I would say. Looks like it probably had an outboard. Certainly has probably been here for a while. I'm thinking it's probably only like a 26 or 24 foot. Really, I'm not the best person to make those sorts of guesses, but it does have a pretty skinny mast, and its boom is quite small as well. I would have to guess it's like a Flicka. I think Pacific Seacraft or something makes those. Good little boat though. It's too bad she's found herself ashore here. Without actually really disturbing things and climbing inside. It's hard to say what damage, if any, is done on the other side. I almost suspect that with high enough tide, it could have just easily made it here without too much damage and just kind of stayed there. Hard to say if there's a giant hole on the other side or not. But yeah, that was really my only point for walking over here. Not a whole lot else to see here. Some kind of low tide water here, or tidal pool, I guess. And of course, course, I'm out yonder. Nice little bay here. Not a whole lot around, but it is a nice little protected anchorage for people like me in search of cell phone signal. You can look at the moon over here. Here we've got a wee star boy and a crabby friend doing his thing. Wee sea spider. All those boys are making some noise. Looks like an oyster catcher. Back to our little crabby friend here. Appears to be eating something. If we can really see that in the camera, I don't know. He's a cool little guy though. I have another one here that's actually doing a pretty good job of camouflaging himself in the seaweed there. And another crab friend. I suspect he's alive, but he doesn't seem to be moving a whole lot either. Hard to say. I can't exactly get closer without getting my feet wet, which I don't want to do because there's no sandals on today. Nah, he's definitely alive. He's kind of trying to hide himself, I would say. I have a cool jelly boy there. Not overly large, but pretty fella. Doing whatever they do. Very nice little busy bee here. A little camera shy. I have quite a few fishy friends in this region here. No idea what these little guys are, but there are a lot of them. So that was just some kind of quick wandering around on the Copeland's Island Marine Park there at the beginning, and just a little gander around Cortez Bay here with Broken Ship, and we'll leave you with these few birds.